As you guys are gathering your way up front, I heard Dr. Colthorpe say to someone who's going to throw out the first pitch. And it reminds me of a funny story I'll tell real quick as we get started about two retired baseball players that were sitting around at the coffee shop one day talking, Joe and Hank. And Joe said to Hank, he said, "You think they're going to have baseball in heaven?" And Hank said, "I don't know." He said, "Why don't the first one that gets there somehow communicate back and tell the other?" So sure enough, Joe went first, and somehow he was able to communicate with Hank, and he said, "I got some good news and some bad news." And Hank said, "What's the good news?" He said, "We got baseball in heaven." "What's the bad news?" "You're scheduled to pitch next week." So it is on behalf of Crowder College, the Crowder College Foundation. It's an honor and a privilege to be here today to present this gift to the community, our field house. And it is a gift. It's a gift that you all have donated, and we couldn't be more happier. I would like to share the story of, how we got here and just share a little bit with everybody. This is a project that started over 4 years ago. Every project starts with vision and need. Let me tell you, and we've got some athletes back there along with our athletic director, there is a need here at Crowder College for this building. I walked in today, and it's been a few months since I've been here, and it looks better every time I come in, and I couldn't be happier with it. How did we get here? It was challenging. I will tell you that. I will tell you that I've never had any experience at raising the funds for a project like this. It was fun. It was rewarding, and I learned a lot. I can tell you it started off with, on the donation part of things, with a great donor, Freeman Health System, that got us what I call an anchor donor. Now, this project also represents servant leadership. We just had a servant leadership conference here at Crowder for all of you that got to attend. But let me talk to you about servant leadership. Paula Baker sitting here on the front with vision and influence. And if you don't think there was some influence to get that seed money to get this started, there was. And we have some great leaders in this community that helped us get to this point. So thank you, Paula. To get us to the finish line was Lazy Boy Corporation. Lazy Boy Corporation, Lazy Boy Foundation, and Bill Snow with his vision and his influence. As we've talked to Bill about this project, Lazy Boy wasn't necessarily interested in giving a lump sum like this. As you know, Lazy Boy has a big footprint when it comes to their foundation in this community. They like to touch many lives. But Bill's influence to get us to this point got us to the finish line. I want to thank Bill Snow and their company. And John Sizemore and I got the opportunity to personally thank their CEO, Kurt Darrell, last week. And I can tell you, they were very pleased with the outcome of this building. And that was pleasing to me to hear it from him personally. So here's the big story that I want to talk about today. We still needed over $1 million to get this done. If you look at those two donors, and we're grateful for them. But let me tell you, when you start trying to raise $1 million with no state or federal help, it's not an easy task. So therefore, every dollar counts. And let me tell you, I don't care if it was $10 or $10,000, it was important. And if you donated to this project, we couldn't be more grateful. We're appreciated of your amazing generosity. And I just want to personally say thank you to all those who have donated. We do know you could take your dollar anywhere you wanted, and we're so grateful you chose Crowder College, and you couldn't have chose a better project. So thank you, donors. With that, I turn it over to Dr. Colthorpe.
Thank you. Am I on? Here? All right. Welcome. It's great to have you here. You know, I always, when I step in here, my first thought is, I wonder how much hay we could store in here. is a big building. The many of you that baled hay like I did growing up know the stories behind those hay experiences. You know, this facility means so much more than just a place to practice. To me, this represents what our friends and family, our community members think of our college. And we're very appreciative of that. And as I look at the student athletes there, these individuals are getting behind you and investing in your future. Whether you ever step foot on a professional field or not, the skills that you learn here at Crowder in the classroom and on the field will be with you the rest of your life. And those are the things that make a difference in your life. I know you look at me and you think, boy, I bet that guy was quite an athlete growing up. You really weren't supposed to laugh that hard. But even for me, the things that I learned with discipline, with perseverance, I'm going to be heading into my 40th year in education before long. That came from the coaches that taught me outside the classroom of how to get through that injury, how to get through that game that we didn't have a chance, but we fought back and we ended up winning that game. Those are those life skills that are hard to teach in a classroom that you learn on the field. And to you athletes that are going to be able to experience those things, I'm envious of what your future has in store for you. That's awesome. But the community that donated, and Scott scared me at first. I thought you said we still were $1 million short when you started off on that. It's not good for a guy like me for the heart to miss a few beats on that. But for a community to get behind us, and this is our first total foundation donor-funded facility. That's awesome. That doesn't happen anywhere. That happens only at Crowder College. It's an honor to be a part of Crowder College and to have the support that we have. So on behalf of our students, our faculty and staff, thank you to all the donors that made this possible. We can never repay you enough for all that you've done for our students. Now I also have the honor to introduce Paula Baker, who is, as Scott, you've never been referred to as an anchor before, but that is our anchor donor with it. Paula, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you. And I can see with the leadership of people like Dr. Coltharp and Mr. Wade, how this project was doomed to be a huge success, and a success it is. So thank you for your leadership and your vision and your determination to make sure it came to fruition. You and your board are to be complimented. It is a beautiful facility, and we are so honored at Freeman Health System to be able to partner with Crowder College in this endeavor. You know, we're very proud at Freeman that we've had a long-standing relationship and partnership with Crowder College. So to be able to be involved in a project of this magnitude is very, very gratifying for us. So for many years, as you probably know, we've been providing the sports medicine component for Crowder. And we have certified athletic trainers, physical therapists, fellowship-trained sports medicine specialists, and consulting orthopedic surgeons who help your athletes stay healthy and help them get them back in the game after injuries. And that's so very, very important. Additionally, we have had the great honor of working with Crowder's nursing program for many years. And we love the opportunity to provide a training ground for Crowder nurses at our hospitals. And we love working with your nurses because they're so well trained and educated. And they also come with the heart that we're looking for, as well as that skill set. And in addition to nursing and sports medicine, Crowder students can pursue many other health science fields as well. They can study to become occupational therapy assistants, certified nurse assistants, and pharmacy technicians, among many other choices. So, and all of those are great needs throughout this community and the region. So whether they've studied health science or business, we love hiring Crowder graduates because we know the quality of education that your students receive, and that education that is complete with that personal touch that your administration and faculty brings. And that is so very, very important. And you provide that in such amazing ways. And we also know that the lessons learned at Crowder stay with students for a lifetime. And sometimes, if you ask them, graduates who've been out of school for a very long time, they will tell you that they still can hear the voices of some of those teachers echoing in their ears long after graduation. And so that is sure to set them on the path for lifelong success. So I guess I just want to say above all else that we proudly support Crowder College and the Rough Rider athletics programs. We look forward to continuing our commitment to serve Crowder College, its students, its alumni, and the surrounding area for as many years as you'll have us. So I'll conclude my comments with a Go Rough Riders, because you've got a great season. Thank you.
Thank you, Paula. I'll share a quick story that I think you'll appreciate, but I know Jim was in contact with a donor this week that his life was touched by a nurse that was at Freeman Hospital. And that nurse went to school at Crowder College. And that's just another example for what this college does and Freeman Healthcare System does. So thank you, Paula Baker. We appreciate you being here today. At this time, I'd like to invite our athletic director, John Sizemore, up for some comments. John.
Thank you, Scott. Well, Dr. Colthorpe, I guess I still growing up because I baled hay last week. So today is a great day. It's a great honor to be here to recognize all these donors and the people who have participated in giving us something tremendously great. And I don't want to just go on and on and on and tell stories. We have a bunch of student athletes here who are here on your occasion to give you thanks. And you don't understand how much thanks they want to give you today. So we're going to let them do you some honors by giving everybody who participated in this project, from donors to people who helped us with the project from the top down, to just let our student athletes do what they want to do today. And that's just to give you so much gratitude and so much thanks. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to call some names, and I'm going to call a lot of folks out. I'm going to have you come back behind the chairs back here and stand here until we get everybody gathered who's been involved in this project, from donors from the top all the way down, from everybody who's been involved. And these student athletes want to give you a tremendous thanks for what you've done for them. So we're going to start from the top. We'll start with Dr. Colthorpe. Amy Rand. Is Amy here? Is Tiff here? Tiff? Both our vice presidents. Anybody that's a member or representing our foundation, I'd like to have you back there, please. Representatives or anybody from the Board of Trustees. Paragon, Kirsten, she's here somewhere. If you've worked on this project from within the school, from our maintenance department, I don't know if James and some of our guys could make it, from our custodial department, who's just been busting their rear ends the last few days, helping us to put some things together. If you're here, we'd like for you to step here too. There's James, yes. If you were involved in any shape or form in building this project, from top to finish, we'd like to have you, if we have any representatives from some of our folks. Yes. And we have many, many donors, and I can't thank the donors enough. I would like to have everybody who has participated in some way, shape, or form, from the highest level to the lowest level, whether you've mentioned to a neighbor, whether you've asked somebody to donate some money, whether you've given to athletics at any time, a part of this project, or in the past, or you want to give in the future, we'd like to have you right back here too. Anybody that's given. Anybody other than our student athletes who've been associated with Crowder, athletics, our fine school. I see Cindy Branscombe. She helped start this project. She needs to be front and center over here. Anybody else? If you've helped buy furniture, if you've done anything behind the scenes to help this project, if you've helped me sweep the parking lot in the last 2 weeks. So what I want you to do is I want everybody to gather as tightly and as close as we can in a circle. And these student athletes are going to surround you. We're going to scoot back this way a little bit. All right, really close and tight. You guys bring it in a little closer. A little closer. Get them in here, James. Yep. You're surrounded by the folks you have affected and are going to affect from many, many years on. And the residual effect you'll never know because you couldn't fill this building with all the folks that you're going to affect. This is a special moment for Crowder. It's a special moment for all the people who have been involved. It's a very special moment for me, and I can't be more proud. So we're going to give you the greatest standing ovation, the greatest hoorah that we can from the existing athletes who are affecting today. Let them hear it. Let's go. Louder. 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 Thank you. We thank each and every one of you very much. You guys scoot in a little closer. Dia Jackson, step up, Dia. She's a diva. She likes it front and center. She's going to break us out of here, and then we're going to turn it back over to Scott for the ribbon cutting. And we're going to give the loudest Rough Riders on 3, just like the athletes do every single day in practice, for what they're proud of. Everybody's proud of this event, and we're all going to get together, and she's going to call us up, and it's going to be Rough Riders on 3.
Okay, y'all ready?
Hands in.
Hands up. All right, Rough Riders on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Sam, is that my good side? Every side's your good side. No, thank you.
There, you've got him trained. Okay, call him whenever you're ready. Okay. You're going to give me a count of 3? 1, 2, 3.
All right.